My name is Jasmine Vazquez and I'm with Celeb Secrets, and today we have you beautiful ladies celebrating the premiere of your brand new show. How do you think the show with your sisters differs than anything else we've ever seen before?
In the show, we showcase the generational tension between the older sisters, the elders, and the younger sisters, the wolf pack. And, you know, here we are balancing this culture, religion, and just being a part of our everyday lives. So we were, excited that we were able to show that vulnerability, showcase that, and show our journey.
You are also the fourth sister.
Yes.
And technically that's part of the elders.
I hate that word, Jasmine. I hate that word.
But you see, you're also so close to the wolf pack. So how difficult can it be sometimes being in that position where you're kind of with the older sisters, but you also are really close with the younger sisters? Like you're kind of almost like in the middle.
You know what? I kind of consider myself the bridge. I'm the bridge between, I'm the bridge, I'm the middle sister, I am conservative, I'm grounded. I try to lead by example because I know the younger sisters look up to me. And then I also have older sisters that I want to make proud as well. So it's just kind of keeping this balance, wearing these different hats and, letting the girls know that like, I'm always here from you. There's no need to hide anything from you, from me. I'm not a judgmental person. I believe as a Muslim, that the only person that can judge is God. And it's not my place to do it. Whatever you wear, whatever you do, at the end of the day, you are my sister. I will stand behind you. I will support you. Respect is so huge in our religion and in our culture. And that's something that matters the most to me.
The four of you were born in Afghanistan, the four older ones, and then the younger ones were born in America. And at times we see on the show that it can be a bit difficult, navigating and kind of going through all of that. How was it being raised in the same household while having some differences like that?
We were raised in a very, militant, conservative household. And when our father passed, it took a toll on us. Because the youngest was about 8. And so, and there's like a 20-year gap between the youngest and the eldest. And so the younger girls didn't have dad around as much as opposed to like maybe I did. So it hit us differently because I was exposed to more of that conservative Muslim side. And, these are the rules. You don't go out, you don't have friends, you don't XYZ. And so for me, that stuff really sank in really deep. And so the younger girls, they didn't get exposed to that really militant, type style that, my dad ran a tight ship. And so, as did my mother. And so they didn't have to see as much of it. And I think that's why as we, evolved and we grew, I stuck to certain ways and they developed different ways, they're American born, they're a little more westernized. And at the end of the day, they're living their truth. They're living their truth. All I ask is that you don't lose sight of where you come from. You don't disrespect, especially my mother, the elder sisters, even amongst themselves, no disrespecting to anybody that's older than you, and just standing strong and knowing where you come from.
How has that really been for you growing up, with Muslim American family and such a big family growing up here like that?
It was a lot of pressure because not only did we want to please our mother, but we wanted to please our older sisters, especially Shaista. She's the guardian of the family.
And we also wanted to fit in at school, friends.
And that was hard because, mom used to make our clothes and she would cut our hair and we all had the same bowl haircut. And we couldn't wear makeup or show our skin or
shave our legs.
Or shave our legs. And so sometimes we would actually wear something and have clothes in our backpack and change right before class started. So we did that a lot.
How do you think growing up with so many sisters has impacted the person you guys have become today?
We had to wear so many different hats with the elder sisters. It's like, be more conservative in front of mom. It's like, okay, you have to pray. Don't miss a prayer. And then with the wolf pack, you're like, bring out the shots. And it's like, you have to just like have these hats you have to wear. And sometimes you'll see a sister sister and you forget to take off the hat of the wolf pack and you still have it on in front of the elders, like watch yourself. So it's freaking roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster.
I literally almost did it with Khadija yesterday. I was having a conversation and I was like, and I stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should have shared this information.
We have to put on the elder filter.
How has growing up with 10 sisters ever affected your dating life or even caused some boy drama?
At this point, we kind of have to ask another sister, like, hey, by the way, do you know who this person is? Or like, have you already met this person before pursuing them at all?
I'm not sure if you've seen the episode where I talk about calling dibs. So like there's a good looking guy somewhere. I'm like, yo, dibs. Or we text like, don't talk to me, dibs. So like that means like you can't even look his way. And so you have to have that rule so that nothing gets confused.
That actually just happened at the premiere. I'm like, oh, who is that? Steve goes, that's no dibs. And I'm like, all right. That meant I had to stay the hell away.
They've also crashed my dates several times.
We have. And he didn't even know.
That's why I don't tell them where my dates are anymore.
Well, we have your location services turned on.
Growing up with 10 sisters, I'm sure has brought some of the best and some of the hardest times we kind of got to see. How have you like combated some of these hard moments together?
I think just having an open line of communication, just making sure that we check in with one another, that things aren't taken out of context. Throughout this show, we were watching it separately and like, wait, you said this, or wait, explain this. So it always an open line of communication, hands down. There's definitely moments where there is a divide, but the divide doesn't always stay, right? There may be moments where we're not talking to each other for weeks, very rarely months. But at the end of the day, we always come together because we already have the world against us. There's other forces that are out there trying to divide us. We have to stand united. And that's something that we've always had to deal with since we were children, growing up without a dad and having our mother and then 10 sisters and us kind of being on our own. So,
and then when they can't come to a resolution, I get involved.
Yeah.
So I hear each side and give my reasoning and my opinion, right? And say, no, you were wrong. You need to apologize.
Yeah.
And hug it out.
What advice can you give fans that are having some sister drama of their own or some family drama?
I would definitely advise that it's natural. We as siblings will bicker, but something that we follow is family over everything. At the end of the day, it's your sibling. You're not going to go, we made it a rule. It's like, at the end of the day, are you going to stop talking? Is this the hill you want to die on? You're not going to stop talking to me for, days on end. Eventually, when we see each other, we will respect each other. We will say hello to one another. So we always say, just get over it.
We have this rule where it's like, okay, are you mad? Okay, you're over it? Cool, turn it around. Now we have to go do something.
We kiss them very fast.
We do.
We also have like a 2-second rebound rate. So we can be yelling at each other 1 second and hugging the next.
Yeah, we don't, because we grew up in such a small house, all 10 of us, we didn't have our own space. We couldn't just go to our rooms and shut the door. It was like, I can't stand you. Well, I'm sleeping next to you on the floor tonight. So we share the same blanket, so get over it. Exactly. So we had no choice. We were forced into it.
What do you hope people can learn by tuning in to Secrets and Sisterhood?
I hope that the world will embrace us as progressive, Afghan American women, and understand that we are not trying to be representative of all Muslim people, of all Afghans. And truly, we are just sharing our truth and our journey as children of refugee parents, and really that American dream to try to succeed in this society and develop and grow and be able to utilize our platform to bring around, good.
How difficult do you anticipate it's going to be living under a microscope with all 10 sisters?
I think it's going to be extremely difficult, actually. I just want our show to be relatable, and I want everybody to know that this is our journey, right? We're not representing a whole religion. We're not representing a whole Afghan community. This is our story. So for me, you know?
But we're living in our authentic selves at the end of the day.
We are.
We have to live in our truth, in our authenticity, because if we're going to break cultural barriers and eliminate stigmas that are out there
And the taboos.
about women of our culture or our faith, we have to live in our truth, because there's women that are feeling that way, but they don't have the platform to do it. And now that we have a platform, we want to do good with it. We want to bring awareness. And we hope that the world sees that at the end of the day. And we're humans like anyone else. We're going to make mistakes.
How do you prepare yourself with being so raw and open with your not only with your sisters, but with the world?
It's a lot of just self check-ins for me as well. It's meditation. It's sitting down with myself and really knowing like my value, like, what I'm going through, me being vulnerable is when you live in vulnerability and fear, I feel like that's the only way you're going to grow. If you're stuck in that fear and you're not vulnerable, then you feel complacent. And for me, it's like, I'm always wanting to grow. I'm always wanting to be I always want to evolve. And that's the only way to do it. You gotta really put yourself out there.
And take time for yourself. We've actually coined it, whether it's TTFK or TTFJ, which is take time for Khadijah or take time for Jamila. We all need to take time for ourselves.
Yeah.
Lastly, since we are Celeb Secrets, do you have any secrets that you can share either about the filming or about yourself that you'd like to share with us?
We do have some pretty big secrets, but we're saving them for season 2.
I love that. Well, we'd have to wait for season 2 on that one.
Yeah.
Season 2, there'll be a lot more to come.